Hi, I'm Janet Kurtz, Editor-in-Chief of Nfocus.
And I'm Madeline Bradford, the Associate Editor of Nfocus.
And you may notice that our set today looks a little different. We are on set with our friends at Myers Flooring of Nashville. They have been our presenter for our home series that has been wildly popular this summer. So
yes.
Thank you all for watching, and we hope you are enjoying them as much as we are. We've had so much fun going into friends' homes and learning about sort of their ideas and inspirations for why they decorated or why they use certain decorating choices.
It's been a great source of inspiration for me. I know that for sure.
Yes, I know, absolutely. And my husband loves to hear this, but now I want to do all of these renovations to our house.
And this is the place to source for renovations. We were getting a behind the scenes look today about what goes into interior design and what makes a house a home.
That's exactly right. I mean, I had no idea that it was done on this scale. So interesting, right? Speaking of scale, I do want to mention the kickoff of Floors at Cheekwood. If you haven't seen it, it just opened on Friday, I believe, or maybe on Saturday. Just opened on Saturday, but it is a very quick exhibit. So you want to see it this week. It only runs through, I believe, the 10th of August. So get there before then, because it is gone. Once it's gone, it's gone. So
lasts the life cycle of a flower.
That's exactly right.
But it's so beautiful, so you will not want to miss that.
So beautiful. It is based on The Gilded Age, on HBO's The Gilded Age, and so you definitely want to see that. So anyway, well, let's dive in for this week.
We're back with events.
We are back with events, and it is absolutely fantastic. So we're excited to be here.
Yes.
I guess I'll kick it off because I think I started the week with the Nashville Wine Auction's L'été Divin Vintner's tasting. Now, the Vintner's tasting is what really kicks off the week. So that is where everybody sits down in one room, and it's an opportunity for guests to really hear directly from the winemakers while tasting a selection of wines. And so it really is very interactive. The winemakers will tell their story and answer questions from a moderator at first, but then the floor is opened up for guests to be able to have the conversations with the winemakers. So this year's guests of honor were Frédéric Roussard, who is the president and CEO of Maison Louis Roederer, as well as Nicolas Glumineau, who is from Chateau Pichon Longeville Comtesse de Lalande and Chateau d'Epez. It was absolutely incredible. And what was really fun was seeing them interact with Seema Prasad from Miel, who really acted as moderator for the evening, asking them questions. And it was such an interesting talk. One of the more fun takeaways, we learned that Frédéric each morning for breakfast has a glass of Cristal, which is one of their most famous brands. But he has a glass of Cristal for breakfast each morning.
Great way to start the day.
I believe that, and I may need to start that myself. Many in the room were actually interested in incorporating that into their own lives.
Oh, I'm sure.
So they took us on a tasting, walked us through the wines, and it was just a beautiful way to start the weekend of wine, and so it was a lot of fun.
Very nice.
Yeah.
But what came next?
So then the next night we had the L'été Divin Patrons Party. And the Patrons Party is a much more intimate event, so not nearly on the scale of the auction that would follow the next night. It was stunning, and the way they decorated the room really felt like a French garden party. And so it was very summer, and it was just lovely. The patrons' dinner chair was Denise Cummins, and then of course the L'été chairs were Jay Erder and Noelle Dardy, and they just did such a great job with the entire evening. Now, of course, the whole weekend goes to fund the fight against cancer, and in their number of years, they have raised over $40 million for funding the fight against cancer. Wow. So the evening opens, there's a quick reception with Louis Roederer, who, by the way, is celebrating 250 years of the estate.
Incredible.
So they were kind of born the same year as the United States. So it's a great connection there.
Amazing.
Everybody then was seated for dinner, and the Four Seasons just did a spectacular job with dinner. It was absolutely outstanding and paired with the wines beautifully. And then, of course, one of the highlights of the evening is Robert Lippman, who, as we all know, is so generous to the community. when you go to an event, so often it is Lippman Brothers who is donating and sponsoring the spirits and wine for this evening, for the evenings. So Robert then presents the Norman A. Lippman Award, which is presented in honor of his father.
Oh, wow.
So this year it was, of course, to Frederick and his father. And so it was really lovely to hear him speak about their passion for wine and their passion for what they're doing. Mm-hmm. So again, just a terrific evening, and it was just very, very special to be in the room for that.
And I'm sure that led wonderfully into the event itself.
It really did. So then we go into lifesaving. So the last kind of a big event of the weekend is the auction. And I have to tell you, and I'm sure you've heard the story, I tell it all the time, but when Latte started, it started in someone's backyard. It was very grassroots.
Right. And
they raised $5,000 and they drank all the wine that night. So it was really lovely. It was a beautiful way to start that organization, who has throughout the years raised millions and millions of dollars to fund the fight against cancer. So during the reception, guests sample all of these wonderful wines from the different estates that are owned by Louis Roederer. And they get to talk to the winemakers and the representatives to really understand more about the wines themselves. Mm-hmm. And then they also get to browse the expansive silent auction. There are so many lots in the silent auction.
I'm sure.
It is wonderful. I've been going so long, I remember the days of the paper that you had to write, for your bid sheets.
Right.
Well, today, of course, it's all digital. Mm-hmm. So it's fast and furious. You have to get in there and bid, because you're gonna, you could miss it, and it's just so easy. You just do it right there on your phone. So silent auction was expansive and great, and then guests were seated for the live auction. Now the live auction is so exciting, and there's so much energy throughout the room. There were 45 auction lots this year, which is a lot. It's less than some years, but these were really, really, really special auction lots. In fact, a 2002 3-liter bottle of Cristal went for $105,000.
Oh my goodness.
Yes. So wow. I know, it was absolutely incredible. I mean, the room was just on its feet. Like, there was so much activity.
I'm sure.
And then, of course, at the end, the confetti guns are going off. I mean, it was absolutely incredible.
That's amazing.
And all that to fund the fight against cancer. At the end of the night, the number there on the screen, which could go up certainly beyond that afterwards, but the number on the screen was 2.6 million. Almost $3 million was raised in the room that night to fund the fight against cancer.
That is amazing.
I know. So congratulations to the Nashville Wine Auction on just an amazing weekend.
That's so incredible, and I'm so glad you were able to cover that for us this year.
Yes, I know. Well, I'm going to take a break from talking, so I'm going to let you talk about the event that you went to.
Sure. On Saturday night, I went to the Bright Souls Bash for Jonathan's Path, which is such an incredible organization that's dedicated to bridging the gap for youth aging out of the foster care system. And they do this through 3 readiness phases. One is to make sure that they maintain housing and also find work. And then they get in the practice of paying rent and bills and learning to stand on their own. And then eventually they do secure an apartment of their own, which is so, so incredible. And the Bright Souls Bash helps make this possible with support from generous donors. And I really love the theme of this event. It's all black cocktail, except for bright shoes, the most fun shoes you have, to represent the hope that this organization creates for youth in the foster care system.
It's amazing.
It really is.
I know. I got to cover their Sunday supper that they do, and they invite everybody who is part of the organization to come to dinner at their house. And it was such a special evening. Like, it was so heartfelt and wonderful. And yeah. So anyway, sorry.
And you definitely got that feeling at Bright Souls as well. It was in the Loveless Barn near the Loveless Cafe. So of course there was some fried chicken and biscuits, which is what they do so well. But the room was full of so many fun Bright shoes, which I'll get into in a minute.
Okay, good.
But once people sat down for dinner, program director Jalicia Santiago Kareem, who was one of our fresh faces of philanthropy and our cover model, and chairman of the board, Jace Gerard, acknowledged the incredible program participants in the room who really bring the mission home for everybody.
Amazing.
It was amazing. And then auctioneer Tom Riles led a Bright Souls competition where select guests were selected to walk across the stage and show off their fancy footwear.
Wow.
I think some of my favorite shoes from the night were these fringed red cowboy boots and hot pink platform high heels.
Wow.
Pretty amazing.
Okay.
And I loved seeing the creativity in the crowd, and I can't wait to see that next year as well. But I think the most impactful moment was when Robert R.J. Johnson took the stage to perform his first ever speech called Raise Your Hand Higher. And he candidly shared his experience in the foster care system and how Jonathan's path created a family-like environment for him and also helped kickstart his bright future and find a career. And RJ announced that he is the first person in his family to not be living on government assistance.
Wow.
Which is just so impactful. The room erupted in a standing ovation and so much applause, and it really was just a great example of how important this work is.
Yes, absolutely. And what a that is such great work, and I'm so proud of them, and I'm so glad that we get to know Jonathan's path.
I know, me too.
Yeah. That's such a great organization. Well, our last event for the weekend was the Tennessee Waltz Patrons Party. Now, this event was covered by former Nfocus editor Beth Alexander. Many of you know her. She's beloved in the community, and so we're so glad that she was able to cover this for us. And thank you so much for taking your Saturday night for us, Beth. We really appreciate that. The event raises funds for the Tennessee State Museum, which is the chronicler of the history of Tennessee. And they do such amazing work. They have so many wonderful outreach programs for children to really be able to come and experience the museum. They also have outreach programs for adults as well, so the curriculum is a little bit different, but it really gives people an understanding of the history and culture and understanding of Tennessee, of the state of Tennessee. And so this year, of course, the Patrons Party was back again at the Hermitage Hotel. And so we love to see that. Everybody enjoyed a great reception and, of course, silent auction items. And so they truly enjoyed just visiting with each other. This is a very close group of people who support this organization. So it's really fun to see that in the crowd. And then, of course, everybody went in for dinner, and it's again a very it's a friends sitting down with friends at a table to share dinner together. And so the evening really kind of was about friendship and about history, and I just think all of the wonderful educational opportunities that the Tennessee State Museum offers. And so that's just a lot of fun with that.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Well, Beth, thank you for covering that for us. And all of our viewers will want to be sure to check out Beth's coverage to learn more about the event.
That's exactly right. So yes, we can't wait to share that in our September issue. So we're working on that. But first, make sure you read our August issue, which just came out last week.
Yes, we're so excited about it.
Yes, exactly. Well, we actually are continuing our home tours this week, which we're so excited about.
Yes.
You visited with friends of the magazine, Bob Deal and Jason Bradshaw, and went into their home.
And they have such a beautiful, traditional, and colorful home, so I'm very excited for our viewers to get a sneak peek now. Yeah.
Hi, Nfocus, come in. This staircase is new to this house. We replaced it when the house was being remodeled. It was built in and brought in one piece from Atlanta, and two very young men with dollies rolled it up the front walk, brought it in here, put some screws into it, and got back in their truck and left. And then the carpenter who did the handrail and the balusters on the stairs was here for a week. They did a beautiful job on it.
So this mirror was obtained from Bowling Green, Kentucky. It's 13 feet tall, and if we ever sell this house, the new homeowners will have this mirror because it's in the wall 6 times. But it's a lovely piece. Bob has restored most of it.
Welcome to the dining room. We love to entertain, and because of that, we've collected a huge quantity of entertaining tools, and fortunately this house had the means to accommodate that. Jason's going to open the doors and show you a lifetime collection of china, crystal, and silver.
We've been collecting glassware for a bit of time, but the newest is when my father passed. He loved to entertain for Christmas, and I inherited all his Lenox holiday china.
This centerpiece is completely made of various shades of jade. The container that it's in is cloisonné, and it's one of our prized possessions.
This is our kitchen. We're very proud of it. It was completely redone when we moved in about 12 years ago. The only thing I think that we made a mistake on was doing marble for our countertops. We have to baby it pretty much all the time, but we love it. It's a big kitchen, nice to entertain in. We can seat 10 people in here to eat if we want something casual, so we love it. In our crystal collection, we have baccarat, Steuben, and Waterford. It's most of the pieces. And one of our prized possessions is the top, where Bob and I were at the Symphony Ball, first males of the Symphony Ball in 2024. They gave us a wonderful piece. So this is our favorite room in the house. It's the library. It's highly lacquered. It's got all of our favorite collections. We like Asian artifacts. We like African artifacts. We collect Limoges boxes. It's just kind of our story. Our iconic photos are in here. And this is a room that tells our story completely.
And I really like to read a lot.
They are just so fun.
They are.
So great. So anyway, be sure to be on the lookout on Thursday when that airs on our YouTube channel.
That's right.
Well, that's our show for today. So we hope you enjoyed that. Again, don't forget to sign up for our newsletter and our social media. Be sure to check us out next week when we go to the Girl Scouts of Middle Tennessee's Outside the Box reception and the Heritage Ball Patrons Party. And we will also have our 5th home tour presented by our friends at Myers Flooring of Nashville. And again, sign up for our newsletter so that you are aware of everything that is happening with us. And remember that with you, our Nfocus friends, we're in good company.
Cheers.